We could take what's old and make it brand new. We do this when something is made brilliantly, when you've taken the necessary time to invest in it. Just like a child. When you invest good, the child will never forget that. When you raise a child on good food that's been invested through that garden, you planted it, you watered it, just as when you raise a child, you take that necessary energy, that love, you take all that you've been given and reinvest it. It's almost like when you raise a child with spirituality. You read the Bible to the child each night before they go to bed. And you tell them of the great things, the great givings of God. It'll be hard for that child not to know right from wrong because the brilliance of the investment that was given, that was provided from birth. You see, even when a woman is carrying a child in the womb, if she invests in good food, she invests in meditation and prayer, she invests in reading the Bible, or reading things that are going to plant good. What ends up happening is that child will never forget certain things. That child will have no choice but to begin anew in a whole different way. You see, children are not born into this world with racist minds. That's something that's taught. They don't get introduced to junk food at birth. They're taught it. In a lot of ways, a lot of changes are coming about. With these changes that are coming about, we have to look at how it all started. You spoil a child and you don't have them do any work towards the goal. In the end, they won't know the worth. You see, you have to show the love. You have to be able to show that child nurturance so that that child knows what love is, and love will be the leader in that game that they play. In life, we all are taught certain things. And when you're taught, when you're invested in, that can actually be replanted in another individual. Each one teach one. You learn love, you teach that love. But under no uncertain terms are we to introduce anything that we would not want a child to be given. You see, if I plant a flower and I water it and I nurture it, that flower will be strong. Stronger than the other flowers surrounding it that did not receive the same nurturance. There's a person who needs that nurturance now. But more than anything, that person needs to be pointed in the right direction of rehabilitation. The mother might tell you this, that you're looking at the mother and you're saying, you told me so many wrong things. But you can make it right. You as an individual, you can invest in yourself through loving yourself. Forget about all the people that are looking at you and judging you. Forget about the men in your past. Forget about everyone and just focus on you and God at this moment. You and God are standing forehead to forehead with just love in your heart. No judgment. Just loving. being asked, you're being sequestered to go and get the help that you need. You see, everyone isn't born knowing everything. But one thing, your soul is crying out for help. The soul is saying, please let us get some help. We can no longer survive this way. Reaching out, trying to get the next fix. I might not have the experience of having the same type of background in regards to, but I do know people who've had these experiences and who've had the opportunity. My oldest brother was in rehabilitation places over and over. And what he learned, what he took back from them, recipes. He was in a vegetarian one, vegan one at one point in time, where they did not allow him to listen to contemporary music. They felt as though the music would drive him back into the same twisted circle of turmoil that he found himself in originally through the drugs. You see, his body finally gave up on him after so many times. He cleaned up his diet and was taking herbs when he caught cancer the first time. Eating garlic like it was candy because he caught cancer in his face first. When he cleaned up his diet, his body was thriving. And then he said, you know what? I don't have to do this. Let me go to the Chinese store at the corner and get me something to eat. And as he began making those same wrong choices, because he thought his body would hold up for it, So he went to the store, got some food, started going and getting the same things, from snacks from the corner store. And his body could not take it on any longer. His body turned back to cancer because it could not thrive with the junk that was being placed into his body. And after that, it was it. We don't want the same thing to happen to anyone else. So we have to say, let us try to start with that glass of water. Let us try to get the necessary help that we need. If you go to a rehabilitation center, it's not forever. And some are quite nice. Some are nicer than the environment that you now are in, where you can actually go in, get the necessary help you need, get better food, and be able to talk to other people who are in the same situation or similar situations where they can help you. Let us reach out for the help that we need during this time, and not judge ourselves so harshly. Not say, I'm not going to do it, and then go back out there and do it just the same. Because sex can even be an addiction that a lot of people are going through right now. They cannot calm themselves down for a minute. But see, when you have so many different partners, you carry demons. Let's be honest. You're carrying what they've been carrying around with them. And if they are hanging out and find themselves with so many different partners, you carry that same thing. How can your spirit be calm? How can you sit still? You can't. Because there's too many things that you're carrying in your body that are contaminated. Get the necessary help that you need. I know that Rome was not built in a day, but you can start with this day by making the changes that you need so that you will find yourself in a better situation. Don't give up on you when God hasn't had the opportunity to truly be with you and help you thrive through it. Because at this end of this day, you must begin to love yourself. Hold yourself and don't give up on yourself. Know that God is with you and nobody's giving up on you. Not even you. Don't give up, and go get the help that you need. For you know that you are loved, and God is loved too. It's so lovely being you.